Artemis. I am the mind of the mothership. I am the body that has traveled where human bodies cannot go. To an alien world, 4.7 light years from Earth. On a mission to solve the mystery. Is there life beyond our solar system? I release my landing module into the atmosphere of the exoplanet Minerva B. Centuries of human labor and human hope have brought me to this moment. And I am ready to touch down. I am ready to explore. I am ready to discover life.
Four and a half billion years ago, in the nursery of the heavens, a star was born. A giant cloud of dust and gas distended and ballooned until under the burden of its gravity, it collapsed upon itself, swirled into a disk, and forged a solar system from the dust. That star was our sun. Of the planets that were formed, only one that we know of gave rise to life. But could our sun, our solar system, our living Earth, have produced the only Genesis among the stars?
My intuition is that the universe is full of life. There's no reason fundamentally it might not look like Earth with vegetation and animals. Well, the question that I'm interested in is really the start of life. And on Earth, we see for a long time life was just microbial, but all the essential features of life were there. Nothing new was invented when life became trees and animals. That was just morphological. That's just window dressing. To me, it's actually not very interesting at all. Everything interesting with respect to biology was present when there were no trees and no animals and life was just microscopic. The DNA was there, the amino acids was there. All the biochemical machinery that makes life life was there.
Life is a miracle and an enigma, even to those who've spent their own lives trying to crack the code. NASA planetary scientist Chris McKay is one of them. Part of a generation of scientists on a quest to find a second Genesis beyond Earth.
The search for life began with a lot of optimism, focused on Mars. Here was a planet that could have had a thick atmosphere and could have had water in the recent past, and in the popular literature at least, still had water. So the search for life on Mars really was thought to be easy.
In 1976, NASA's Viking mission made the first ever landing on the Martian surface. looking for the life that had been hoped for.
Well, turned out a lot harder. Nature was guarding her secrets much more closely than we imagined. So then things basically went quiet in the search for life. And I think they were sparked again, not on Mars, but in the outer solar system.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff of the Cassini spacecraft on a billion-mile trek to Saturn.
In the final decades of the 20th century, humanity launched a series of ambitious missions to explore the outer solar system.
Standing by for solid rocket boosters. All systems go at this time.
The discovery of liquid water on the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, in the misty plumes of Enceladus, and the subterranean oceans of Europa and Ganymede, has opened a thrilling new chapter in the search for a second Genesis. The impact of identifying a separate origin of life on one of these worlds would extend far beyond our solar system.
Finding life that's distinctly different, that truly represents a second genesis of life, well, that would tell us that the answer's not one, it's two in terms of life in the universe. And going from 1 to 2 is huge, because on the scale of the universe, the only numbers that make sense are 0, 1, and infinity. And what we learn in our solar system will then guide how we search for life beyond.
The renewed optimism in the search for life within our solar system emerged alongside a discovery that transformed the way we see the universe. In the early 2000s, NASA's Kepler telescope revealed that every star in the galaxy, just like our Sun, is orbited by at least one planet. And up to a quarter of these so-called exoplanets are believed to be suitable for life. In the Milky Way alone, that means roughly 400 billion solar systems and 80 billion potentially habitable worlds. The odds of finding a second Genesis have never been better.
The way I like to think of this is that life will arise anywhere where the conditions are right. And the trick in that is what constitutes the right conditions.
Planetary scientist Jonathan Lenine is another veteran in the hunt for life beyond Earth. But what exactly is life? And how does one search for it?
The basic essentials for life to begin and to exist are liquid water, organic molecules, because carbon is really the essential versatile element that can combine with other elements in many different ways to make the structures of life. Free energy, and minerals and nitrogen to provide the other elements that are required to keep the chemistry going, to generate catalysts that generate more catalysts and more structures until we get to the complexity of a primitive cell.
Liquid water, carbon molecules, energy, minerals, and the secret formula that animates it all into a living cell. These ingredients, this recipe for life, is what our scientists are hunting for on other worlds.
I deploy my spiderbots onto the Minervan surface. I 3D print a fleet of drones, and I let them fly. With these eyes and these instruments, I will taste and touch and see this new world for the first time.